How are we, boxing fans? So now that we've had the official announcement of the Joshua and Usyk fight on September 25th, we can now sit back comfortably and say that Joyce is now the mandatory challenger for the WBO belt once that fight has concluded. Joyce obviously was in action last night against Carlos Takam. And guys, I've just got to say straight off the bat, as a fellow Brit and a fan of Joyce, I thought Joyce looked absolutely terrible. Now look, Joyce is never known for having a particularly exciting style. And to say that Joyce is a slow fighter would be an understatement, to say the least. But guys, look, happy for Joyce, deserves a shot at the world title. But look, no matter who he goes up against, whether it's Joshua or Usyk, I don't think he stands a chance. If we just rewind slightly to last night against this fight against Takam, Joyce was looking so predictable. His jab that he used so well against Dubois looked so predictable and a lot slower. I mean, he's incredibly accurate with the jab, don't get me wrong, but you could see it was coming a mile off, and he was taking so many of these overhand rights from Carlos Takam, which you can see here in round 2. Now look, he got the job done. And there's an argument to say that he got the job done quicker than, say, an Anthony Joshua, who took a lot longer to stop Takam. But guys, I think this guy is way off winning a world title. I don't see him competing against either of those two guys. You know, for those of you who don't know, Alexander Usyk and Joyce actually fought against each other back in 2013 in the World Series of Boxing. And other than a few moments of success that Joyce had, I thought Usyk was able to handle the bigger man with relative ease. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you know, Usyk has got even better since 2013. He's going to absolutely dominate Joshua. Look, Anthony Joshua and Joyce are completely different fighters. Anthony Joshua's got just as much power as Joyce, and he's got much quicker hands and much quicker movement. And his shot variety as well, compared to a Joyce, is much more impressive as well. I don't think I saw Joyce throw a single uppercut last night, barely one. Anthony Joshua absolutely loves that uppercut. That was displayed in the Kubrat Pulev fight. So, look, Usyk can definitely handle heavier guys and bigger guys. That much is clear. But the comparisons between Joyce and Joshua, for me, are night and day. Absolutely night and day. But the main point of this video, without going off topic too much, is, do you think the WBO will double down and make the winner of Joshua or Usyk fight Joyce straight away? And I think there could be an argument to say that they will. Now, obviously, Frank Warren, who's looking after Joyce at the moment, has got a very good relationship with the WBO. He helped them establish themselves as a legitimate world title back in the early 2000s. And they both do each other a lot of favours, to say the least. Now, if we look at the current heavyweight rankings, now, obviously, the IBF just had their mandatory challenger in Kubrat Pulev tried to dethrone Joshua back in December. That didn't quite work out for him. So the IBF's happy at the moment. Obviously, the WBC is out of scope. And the WBA, now, I think what will happen with the WBA is that they won't expect Joshua to defend that belt in 2022. What I think will probably happen is Daniel Dubois, who is the interim champion, he will probably fight Trevor Bryan for the regular belt. Honestly, the WBA's got so many belts, it is quite frankly becoming more of a laughingstock than the WBC. So I don't think the WBA will call for a mandatory next year. I think the WBO will probably double down. So, look, I'm not saying it's going to be any time soon, but I think, obviously, once we've got a winner of Joshua and Usyk on the 25th of September, obviously Joyce will officially go up to number 1 in the rankings, and he will be the mandatory. And I do expect, especially if it's, say, like an Usyk, if Usyk wins, I think the WBO will want him to face a mandatory straight away. I've just got that feeling, guys. I've just got that feeling. Like I said, Warren and the WBO are very close. They've both done each other a lot of favours in the past. And this is heavyweight boxing, so anything can happen. But obviously, quickly going back to the Joe Joyce fight, look, I think he's not going to wait around for his mandatory either. He's going to have to get out again this year and maybe get out again early 2022 and then see if he's going to get his shot anytime soon. I think he's got to keep busy. There's a lot of work he needs to do before he can even think about going up against an Anthony Joshua or an Alexander Usyk. But yeah, like I said, I like Joyce, fellow Brit and all, but I've got to say it as it is. I was very disappointed. I think there's a lot more things he could do, but eventually got the job done. But what do you guys think? Do you think Joe Joyce realistically has a chance against either a Joshua or an Usyk? Leave your comments below, and obviously if you like the video, smash the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Cheers.